in my eyes, welcome to the dark side. Do or die, homicide, call me if you down to drop. Everybody getting money like I said they would.
Might have, some of you guys, depending on your age or depending on your hip-hop intellect, I might have remembered that track from Ludacris featuring Jeezy. Am I correct? Grew up a fucking screw up. Now, off the top, I can't remember what album was that. Was that
I don't even know.
Was Chicken and Beer really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say nah, it couldn't have been Theater of the Mind, but all right, Chicken and Beer it is. Now, the reason why I played that is because doing my due diligence, my research, the way I do it, you know, I'd be Batman with the prep time.
Yes, sir.
That happens to be the main song that sparked the path, the journey for Enonomous over here to actually get into music. Once I saw that, I was like, so mainstream, here's what I'm gonna need you to do, right? Nigga was like, all right, bet, remind me. Sure enough, I didn't even have to remind him. We on point. We here right now. So,
sir.
If you guys haven't heard the track, I encourage you guys to check it out. It was a dope record. Of course, sampled from Biggie. If you guys don't know your history or anything like that, I encourage you guys to listen to both. Anyway, so
listen to the remix with Lil Wayne. That's the one. The remix with Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah. It was. Yeah. Shout out to Weezy. This nigga did his thing over the weekend. This nigga's the sole owner of Young Money now.
Oh wow. Shout out to him.
None of that I share shit with Baby and anything like that. So that's a good move and everything like that. We got the Carter 4 coming out next month.
Part 5?
So no, is it?
Yeah.
The car. God damn, I'm a few cars behind.
Yeah, I was say you about to listen to 6 Feet Deep. What was that song?
Oh Jesus Christ, that's how old. All right, listen, man. I've been out the loop. I was never a huge Weezy fan. Yeah. Anyway, we got Enonomous in the fucking building, and like I said, your name has been mentioned a few times before. The first time I remember it was mentioned when I had a certain somebody on this show by the name of Josh Walker.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So when I saw him and he was telling me about his movement, AMG, and the things that he does with the community. First of all, pause that. We gotta say a big shout out to him because we need more people like him. Yes, like sir. I applaud the Hooks Murdochs. I applaud the Anonymouses. I applaud the J La Souls. I applaud the Coney Brookses, the AMGs, the other AMGs. But we need more Josh Walkers. We need more people that's doing more positive things in the community, that's trying to get the youth on the right path, make sure that they're doing what they have to do in school, but also stimulating their mind and extracurricular activity that actually interest them, not just shit that we're forcing upon them. Like, here, nigga, you're gonna like this. No, the fuck I'm not, my nigga. So I applaud him for that. But when I had the interview a few months ago, he definitely mentioned, like, you know, he handpicks the artists that he comes into the schools, because you just can't have any old type of nigga. You can't have a riffraff looking. You can't have a Casanova in this fucking schools. You got to make sure whoever you get has bars, can connect with the kids, and is on the same wavelength as the person who's running the event and coordinating these charities and things of that nature. So I heard of this guy Enonomous. I was like, okay. And then I saw a little of the video too when he was doing the Thanksgiving give back or something like that. Yep. Yeah, sir. I saw that cipher. I was like, okay, all right. So that's the first time I really started to hear your name. I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. He's good with the ciphers. He's good with the bars. Next time, and this is months. We're talking about months time span here. Interviewing your man Hooks Murdoch. Yeah. And then I hear this nigga call in, and I'm like, this nigga Anonymous again. I'm like, yo, who is this nigga Anonymous? He sounds like the Lot character in a video game that's just a black screen. Like, you didn't get to that level yet. So I'm like, yo, I gotta see what this nigga Anonymous is hitting for. Yes, see what it's about. So you hit me up in the DMs and you wanted to get on the show. Yes, and I was like, because your reputation perceives you, and because you got a cosign from two dope ass dudes, one personally I really truly respect his artistry, Hooks. I was like, all right, I gotta squeeze you in, and we gotta find out a time to get you on the show. And here you are. And no better time, because if you guys haven't checked it out, he has a new project out, Big Figidy,
Yes,
which
sir.
is dope on all streaming platforms, which
Thank
we're
you.
about to get into right now.
God, thank you, sir.
We're gonna let mainstream do the shuffle play for the day, and then after that, we're gonna go into the inception and the creation and curation of the song and what it's about and things of that nature. So, not yet. We still got to get to know this guy over here, but be ready. Mainstream has already got his hands on the button, just like Trump does. So anyway, Enonomous, Big Figidy.
Yes, sir.
Why that title?
Why the name Anonymous? Very simple. Oh, what the title Big Figidy?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna let you run with it. I was like, all right,
Okay.
you can tell me about Big
Okay.
Anonymous.
So I'm gonna look at your camera too. My camera, they gonna know what I
Yeah,
look
it's
like. They
like-
don't care. It's mad camera.
Yeah.
So the name Big Figidy came from. I used to watch Drink Champs, right? I used to love watching Drink Champs. I still do. Drink Champs, shout out to them. And they had an episode where Biggs from Rockefeller was on there, and then one of their goons or one of he was A&R, Big Face Gary. He got Big Face Gary got real drunk. And then they was telling jokes. He got real serious. He said, "It's Big Figidy, nigga. You know what it is." And everybody shut the fuck up. It was like, "Yo, Gary, chill. It's cool." So I was like, "Yo, that's ill." So what I started doing, I was working at Yelp at the time, and I was on Snapchat, and I was like, "Yo, Big Fig doing this," and it was just funny shit. I was just but it caught on to the point people were just calling me Big Fig, and then it was a point where I was gonna go, shit, it should be either Big Fig or Enonomous as my rap name. But then I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do a little force a self-proclaimed nickname thing. You feel me? Like a Hove almost, but I'm not saying I'm Hove, but like a Hove almost. You feel me? And then I can't just introduce it because niggas know me as Anonymous. I can't just say I'm Big Fig. So I had to put Big Figidy to introduce that name. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then in that name, I got to put all of me. So when you think that name, you think me. You know
right. All right. That makes sense. Okay. Big Figidy. No doubt, baby. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. If y'all know the song I'm thinking about, then y'all caught it. If y'all don't, once again, 30, 80s baby out here. Y'all got to catch up. Y'all listening slow. So, okay, so that's where that came from. You could have combined them, though. You could have been Big Anonymous.
Yeah. Ooh.
Big E.
Big E.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you put it together as Biggie.
Yeah, now see,
you can do a whole lot with these names. Listen, man, I does this. Don't forget, I'm still a rapper first. I got bars.
Word? I ain't know. That's
nigga, listen, let's not get into that. We're gonna get into that another time.
Okay.
Yeah, I do a little 1-2,
Ooh.
Train of thought, available on all streaming platforms. Train of thought. The effort never dies, all that other good stuff. Look up for the new album, Far From Home, should be out next month. I'm just saying. Anywho, but okay, so Anonymous. Where did that name come from?
So Anonymous, so now we're gonna take you down the road of my brain. I had so many rap names because I started rapping since I was 9, mind you, right?
Yep.
So I was Sam Simity, I was Slim, I was.
I don't think that lasted long.
It didn't last long. It was the Slim gave it to me by my friend who was like my engineer / producer at the time when I first started rapping. Shout out to Nova King J. He actually got a couple of mixtapes out. But actually, I did a song. I got one song with him. I got a song. It's a song of my mixtape. I forgot what it's called. 8-Bit Nightmare. I got it with him, and he actually made the beat for self-titled. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to put a pause on that. Yeah. Only because you said it.
Yeah.
From your mixtape, right?
Yeah.
Before I Die.
Yes, sir.
Nigga, I'm gonna tell you right now. I was listening to that while I was coming from work.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was paranoid as shit because anybody who's listened to the song, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. If you haven't listened to the mixtape, it's on Dat Piff. That's where I found it.
Yep.
And you listen to it. Overall, it's a good project. But that track in particular scared the shit out of me because you gotta understand, nigga, I'm driving while black, so everything makes me shook. But in between in that song, you hear like little screams and horror shit. So I'm like, yo, I'm on the road. I'm like, yo, who the fuck just got ran over? Like, I see lights. I'm getting all paranoid. I'm not even smoking and I'm paranoid as fuck. See, that's why you need an Android. Anyway, so that's not the song that you want to listen to while driving. Like, I encourage you to listen to the track. The track was dope. I think the beat was very creative. But listen to it at home. Listen to it in a place where you know you're in control of all the noises. Because, nigga, I kid you not, nigga, do not drive that shit, especially right now. I don't know about anybody else, but right here in New York time, Eastern Standard Time, it's dark as shit. So you don't want to listen to that, hear a scream. Nigga, it's just, all of those symptoms does not add up at the same time. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, with the little music playing in the background.
Nah, nigga, I was not with none of that shit. You got to prep niggas for that. Like, yo, before the beat drops, like, all right, listen, my niggas, real shit. I know y'all about to hear some. I know y'all want to hear some bars, but you're gonna hear a bitch screaming throughout the hook. So y'all need to pull over if this is gonna freak you out. You need to dump the bud if you smoking right now. Like, nigga, this is not for you right now. You need to calm down. If you had an edible, let it digest a little bit more. You gotta prep niggas for that. I don't think there was enough foresight in the song, because now you freaked a lot of niggas out like myself. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But anywho, dope song, dope project. Check it out.
Sure.
But since we're on that subject, why was the title Before I Die?
Oh, it's easy. And it's funny because everything goes inside. So the first song on that mixtape is called Doing Everything. So essentially, before I die, I'm doing everything. Like, and that's literally what it was. First thing started being was rapping, because I'm very talented in a lot of different things, and I want to do everything I'm talented in. Okay. So like, but first thing I'm doing is rapping.
Right.
But like in that song I touch on because Gambino's one of my favorite rappers. Because like only reason because he's doing what I want to do. So
he's doing everything.
Yeah. Like literally TV, writing, acting. Like even when I was in Hofstra, we had our own version of Saturday Night Live. We call it Thursday Night Live.
Yeah.
I was on the main cast. I was on the writers. Like I know you know it.
Yeah. Like, I'm letting you finish because I know everybody else don't know it, but I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is a repeat of what I've already done.
Research.
Yeah. Listen, man, I does this. Okay.
It's a reverse test. You feel me?
Yeah. Of course. But that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I am getting there.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of Childish Gambino just yet. I gotta still do my research. But what's some of your like favorite songs? Or favorite project?
It depends. All right, so it depends on the mood I'm in. But my two standout projects from him would be, all right, you can't even. All right, my first one I would say would be Camp. That's when I first got onto him. I got onto him with Camp, and he had a mixtape before that called The Cul-de-Sac. That's when like he had like the nerdy voice, but like he had bars though. Like he was rapping about stuff like that, like people don't rap about, like Rugrats and like stuff like that. Like you ain't gonna front like you ain't like the Rugrats, like come on, like
all the same shit that this nigga Hooks be on. Yeah.
But, like,
you in this nigga?
Facts, like you know what I'm saying. And then from there, like I like watching Community, and he was on Community, so then I just threw that in there. Another song I would say, another album I would say is his mixtape Stone Mountain. Why? That's a good, like, my favorite song for that is I don't know that, I think it's called No Fucks Given. Yeah.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, okay. That shit is so smooth. Like, and all right, cool. And in all honesty, I said that I feel like I used that wrong in the word context, but I only like that song because the first time I heard that song, I was on my way to getting some nice. I was on my way to smash or something. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah.
You was on your way to show it to Big Figidy.
Yeah. So that, like, every time I think of that album in particular, so like, get No Fucks Given. You ain't know he did a freestyle to DJ Go DJ by Lil Wayne. Killed it.
Okay.
Yeah. Gambino's ill. Because of the internet. Yeah, he's out there.
Okay. Of course, the new shit. I would have to say, Redbone was my shit.
Redbone's hard.
Nigga, that shit. I was just like, I have to fuck something. I have to fuck to this. Like, this is a fuck song.
Easily.
3005, nigga. That shit just.
You heard the remix of that? You probably didn't because you're not a fan of Gambino, and he didn't really release it. Like he did. You
was in there with him, and you stole the shit from you with the USB. That was the type of shit you want. You like, you never heard it, did you? It's all right. Nobody else did. I got it. I'll send it to you.
Nah, he like fake released it on SoundCloud or something. But he put out his mixtape or his album or EP or whatever for Why that was supposed to have the 3005 remix, and it didn't. It just had a distorted version, and he, like, the real version was put out like later for free. But it's really dope. He basically flips it the whole song, and then like it sounds like it's not gonna be, but it's really like
so instead of it being 3005, it's now 5003. It's not went into the future on us.
He's going deep on you, Dad. Not like the beat is flipped. It's like a whole different vibe. Like it went from like a lazy vibe to more like an upbeat. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right, now that I definitely want to check out. There was another joint from way back from one of his mixtapes. I think it was called Heartbreak. Oh no,
Ooh,
Heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
I
you
like
ready
that.
to go hard, nigga. I heard that shit. I was like, damn, this shit is. It's like futuristically smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I'm with that. Cool.
That's a song I used to put Josh Walker from AMG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the song I used to put him on to Gambino.
Okay.
Yeah, that was back when we put together the Enonomous tour first when I had the Before I Die mixtape. We put together and we was driving from some school in Connecticut. I forgot. I'm sorry, Bridgeport. There you go, University of Bridgeport. And then he was the same conversation we having now. I had with Josh. And then I had the aux cord. That was the only difference. And then I played that shit. He was with it. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, the mixtape was Before I Die.
Yes, sir.
From there till now, how much can you say you've done?
Ooh. Right.
I mean, I know.
Yeah.
But they need to know.
Yeah. And I'm about to. So, I'll say, so Before I Die, that was released. Wow.
2012.
Yeah. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
And then from there, basically, I was just performing for the most part. Then I think I took a good year and a half of performing because I just wanted to create. Because what the main reason behind that was because I would perform and I would do good, and then people would obviously say, "Hey, come here," but I had nothing in return. I mean, I had the mixtape, but like I had like nothing solid. I felt, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's when I started to form Big Figidy. You feel me? And then from there, I want to say, what was that, like a year, like that year and a half, 2 years. Some of the songs actually, like Time Machine and Corona Kickback, were like, oh, those are really old songs. Trust and Lies might be the first song I've written on this album. Yeah. Irony, the last song I wrote was the intro. The last song I wrote was the intro.
This nigga pulling some Kendrick Lamar damn shit. The last song is the first song. The first song is the last song in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You gotta piece the shit together like a crossword puzzle in this motherfucker.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see. And Time Machine took a year and a half, 2 years, because that was a real story, son. It took,
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that was a real story. My son Hooks was there for all it. That's why he's my son. That's
yeah. Listen, I seen the videos. I see how far y'all go back.
Oh yeah. That's Shorty. She's in the video. She's in Blue Sky.
Oh, okay. All right. It's all making sense now.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. So let's see. Okay. I fucks with that beat. You know I do. I hate this nigga mainstream. But anywho, hey, what's good, Katie? Yeah, you can. You can limp your ass through. Get on the good foot. Yeah, I try. Fucks with that shirt though. My nigga Snoopy in the house. My nigga Joe Cool. Nah, that's cool. It happens. We all have those bum out days. So yeah, getting back to the music, the journey, and everything. One thing I can say I did notice about Big Figidy is that I feel like halfway through, from like track 6 to about 8, there's that break, and I'm not like I'm hitting you with some bars, but overall, this is a time for like emotional songs and heartbreak and shit like that. Because I was listening to it, I was like, yo, this is a good song. But then it was like one after another. I was like, damn, I'm still in this same state of mind, in this state of emotion and spirit. So was that planned?
Yes,
or
sir.
Yeah, okay. Because if memory serves, I'm not even having to look at because it finally popped up, my fucking my notes. If memory serves, what's the name of it? It's the one with Jazara sings. Yeah, my
Trust and Lies. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Trust and Lies is first,
and then the Time Machine.
Time Machine is next, and then is Tough Love.
Tough Love. Yeah.
So, what was the reasoning for it to be in that particular order?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely tell you. To answer that, I might as well just tell you like the reason for the chronological order of the album,
right?
As a whole.
Yeah, sure.
So, what I learned, like another reason why I took a year and a half, it wasn't just to create. It didn't really actually take me that long to create. What I was doing was studying the ears of people, like, and just like in general. And the funny part is, like what I'm about to say, Kanye did the same thing years, like months later with his albums. It was mad funny. So it means I was kind of right. So
Wait, which album?
with with the string of albums, like the sevens, like he was thinking in the same idea. So what I was thinking was, I need something short and sweet, right? Because at the end of the day, we living in a time where we need music right away.
Yeah.
Like I dropped Big Figidy probably like 2 weeks after everybody. What's the new joint coming up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, So in that sense, we want to be able to have something that we could digest real quick, right? Mm-hmm. So what I wanted to give you was like the genre, you feel me? Like it's microwave.
It's not delivery, nigga. Yeah.
So you start off slow and inspirational with Welcome to Heaven. So like you get eased into like the feel of what's going on, but like you feel warm and you feel welcome.
Yeah.
And then immediately we go to a dark place, but it's like more of like a hustler kind of vibe with self-titled. And the reason why self-titled is because in the hook I'm saying I'm talking about people not knowing me, and for people not to know you, you're anonymous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like like
I fucks with it. Yo, when niggas have different layers to their shit, that makes all the difference. Because I mean, no diss to anybody else who, you know, does their artistry the way they particularly want to.
Yeah.
But if they just give it to you, it's like, all right, nigga, here, this is it. Bars, boom. It's like, all right, good looking, appreciate you. But when you're able to articulate it on different layers and peel shit back, and it's just like, you listen to it a million times, but then you speak to the person, and now it's like that million of one time, it's like you're listening to it for the first time because he just, or she just realized, like made you realize like, oh shit, I didn't even notice that. Damn, when I go back to it, I will listen to track 6 again because I didn't even know when he brings it in, this does this and this does. Like, that's what wakes me up in the morning when it comes to this music shit. So I appreciate that. So please continue.
Yeah. And then so going into Corona Kickback, so the whole vibe, even when like the video, mind you, the Corona Kickback video is out right now. You guys can go on YouTube. I promise you it's dope. Corona Kickback, spelled with a K, so it's Korna Kickback. But anyway, the Corona Kickback, that vibe is supposed to give you the chill vibe. So now that you warm, you walking into me and you're hustling, you're ready, like you're like, okay, because I'm throwing balls at you in self-titled. Like, so now you ready, and then now you got some cool shit. Now you vibing. So that's what catches you. Because every song is a minute and 57 seconds, 2 minutes, and like none of my songs are too long. Like 2 songs are like over 3 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, so you, as soon as you catch the vibe, I throw you into another vibe. But I can't just throw you into another vibe. I gotta transition the vibe. So the cool vibe starts with Corona Kickback, and then I go into respect my women, right? Respect our women.
Yeah, bro.
And then so like you cool, now you fucking, now you fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? That's nothing cooler than that. So it's like so now you feel like the man, but the way I'm saying it, I'm saying in a way that women could enjoy it too. Because I'm not saying like we out here dogging. I was like, no, listen. Like, we're having fun, and I'm treating you right. I'm taking her to dinner. That's like my girl. I'm showing off everywhere, right? And then you have the party vibe. So now, and then there's a reason why Rose Row and why this is this other side from the vibe, and it's a storyline too. And we're gonna get to that too. So, okay, gonna get to that too. So it is Project X party vibe. You hyped up, you ready, and then we got the way I call the low, but it was the switch up. Trust and Lies starts to switch up because that starts the whole relationship vibe. Trust and Lies and Time Machine, I call that relationship paradise, right? Because that's supposed to be when the two sides of the relationship. So you can have, and Trust and Lies is when you're doing good, you're having a relationship, but like your girlfriend, she's on your nerves, or like your boyfriend is on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your significant other's on your nerves, and you're like, you know what? I'm kind of over with you because I was lit. Because like the person that's in Time Machine was a person that just lived Project X, was the person that just lived Respect All Women. So like I'm lit. Like I'm like, you see what I'm doing? Like, stop nagging me. I'm just trying to do me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not doing you wrong. And then so he breaks up with her. Then like in that breakup, he goes, damn, she was kind of lit, son. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And then like that realization brings on that pain and that sadness, and I wanted to like translate that. I wanted people to feel that, like damn, because it's real feelings. Another thing, when I was studying, I noticed like, why do people do good? Like if you think about like people like J. Cole, Kendrick, and all that, they do really good in the climate where like fucking Slumgods is like getting millions of views and shit like that. You feel me? That's because the music that they say projects certain emotions and they make you feel it. So it's like, with that part of the album, I wanted to get that emotion across, so that when you listen to it, you get like a depth, like a full volume of like, okay, this is a thing, you know?
Right.
Because another thing I want to do is make something timeless. Because what makes music good? What makes something timeless is like technically timeless, meaning like you don't date it with like certain words or certain times and phrases and shit. But like certain timeless is something that's smooth, something easy to listen to, like something that you can relate to at one time, or something that could capsulize how you felt at a particular time. So that when you listen to it, you're reminded of that time. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And then that's what I try to get with Time Machine. Tough Love falls in the same token, but it's more like instead of a sadness, it's more of like a disappointment and the anger, kind of like, you know what I mean? And then because that's why you going to Watch How You Flex, because that's like the I'm breaking out of that, fuck out of here, like you can't even do it, and
I'm back in my bag, bitch.
And he in with condescending, like just watch, like but like Tough Love was actually supposed to be, that song actually took a long time to write, and not because of the topic was crazy, I just had no idea, like the beat was hard and I didn't know what to do with it, right? But that initially was supposed to be an interlude, and it's supposed to be Tough Love Part 1, and I was gonna have Part 2, but I wanted
Tough Love and shit.
Like, and then fucking just have it fade out at the end, like how Joe Budden used to do his new music and his whatever.
See, I fucks with this nigga here. Yo, when it comes to mixtapes, it's hard for me to say like my top 10 or top 5. But when I say Mood Music 3 is immediate slot in there, fucking All of Me, by far like his best song ever. Like the way that this, in that part where he was talking about his friend that was about to die because she had brain cancer.
That was
like
hard.
It was just so vivid. Like I pressed 7, took the phone from my ears. Sometimes the simplest things that people needed. I ain't called back in fear of being speechless. What was I to put at ease with? I picked a real nigga. Oh my god, nigga. Let's talk about it. But yeah, I respect. I definitely see where you're going with it.
Yeah, and then that's what I wanted to do with it. But like, we was playing around with it in the studio. My engineer, shout out to my nigga Trav, Law Studios, man. Y'all gotta holla at him, man. He's out there working with that Pro Ever team, man. I gotta holla at him. Shout out Law Studios NYC on Instagram. But anyway, so he was listening to it and he just liked the beat. And then first and foremost, I'm sorry, that's years later. We recorded it because I was an RA at Hofstra University, right?
Okay.
And then I graduated a year later. My residents, they bought a house off campus because they was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I felt this was like touching. They bought a house off campus because it was like other RAs was just too horrible. So they just like fuck living on dorms altogether. So they got a house on campus and they put a studio in the basement because they know I fucked with music and I was doing music. So that shit was ill. Like it really touched my shit. Went downstairs, I was recording. Like most of the album was pre-recorded there, and then like I took it to like a professional studio to like get it like sounding good. Right. But anyway, so we was recording the bare vocals at the Skeleton, and it was during a party. It's college, you know what I'm saying? Weekend, like I can only go there weekends. So I work, like you know what I'm saying? So, they was having a party, and then I'm like, fuck, like you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to record. So then the guy singing is actually one of my residents, Gibson Roche, right? So he comes down, he's like, I'm gonna go. This is how he sounds. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna sing real quick, Sam. I'm gonna do my verse and and the chorus, right? Yeah, it's the chorus. Okay, and I'm good. I was like, yo, you sure you don't sound good? He goes, no, I'm good. He lays that out, right? So I go, oh, okay.
I guess he's good. Yeah, that boy good.
So I kick him out because like he's messing around, and like so I kick him out, and then we leave the door unlocked by accident. A drunk girl walks in and goes, "You guys are doing music?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Play." She goes, "Play that. I can sing." I know you can't. Fuck it. Let me humor her. So she get the fuck out. Press record. Set up. She sings the background vocals. That's for the song, and that's how that song came together.
You can't make this shit up. It's always. I particularly like to go into the studio when I have with a plan. I like to go in there with everything that I need, the way I want certain things arranged, all that. But, however, there are a lot of cases where everything happens organically. It happens off the riff. Like you just have to be there, and everything kind of just falls into place. And sometimes, most cases, that's when the best music happens. I think one of the most iconic stories that's like that is, if you ever listen to Jim Jones, one of his best stories with Jay-Z is when he talks about Welcome to New York City. Yeah. when he was in the studio watching Cam and Jay-Z going back and forth trying to compete and who had the best verse. You didn't hear that interview. By all means, I need to check that out, especially if you're a fan of like real hip hop or just appreciate good storytelling and Jay or Cam or whatever, shit like that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, the whole college vibe, you know, shit like that happens, and it falls into place. So, I didn't expect. I would have expected that from Project X, but whatever. Like, it is what it is.
But it's funny because similar story with Project X. So Ty, well, his name was Colio Jones at the time, but he's Ty now. But Ty, he wasn't even rapping. That was just my man's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would freestyle together, like, you know, we do our thing in freestyle.
Okay.
And then he was good. I'm like, yo, come to the studio with me, fuck it. So like he's like writing his own, and then I'm writing into Project X. At the time it was called Weekend Plans, right? So I'm writing to it, and I'm getting stuck on the third verse. And like it's rare that I get stuck, especially at that time when I'm in like the creative zone. It's really rare. So he goes, "Yo, can I get that beat to freestyle over?" I go, "Nah, I'm keeping this beat. The fuck? What you think?" He goes, "Nah, I'm not gonna put it out. I just want to like practice." I go, "Oh, fuck it, go ahead." So he does that shit, and then he starts off saying the same, like for his verses, the same shit he said, like freestyle. And then I go, "Yo, nah. Like, I mean, you keep it. Yeah, you keep it. You tighten some spots up, like but like, yo, he off the head got most of that verse. Like that was perfect. Like, yeah. And then we made that happen from there. A lot of them are like, yeah, that's actually, those two songs actually came from like just random happenings. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think what would be good is if we're gonna go into my favorite segment. Now there's a little past 9.
Oh shit.
We're gonna go into my favorite segment, and then it's gonna create the awareness for you guys to actually listen for it when we play the songs. So for those of you guys who do not know my favorite segment, a new segment I came out with not too long ago called Hip Hop Quotables. You might know it, you might remember it. Inspired by the man Ludacris, who's gonna be mentioned a lot this episode.
My first favorite rapper.
Yeah, Chicken and Beer once again, man. Track 11. Hip Hop Quotables was by far probably one of the most lyrical songs from that album, if not at that point in time, period. Mm-hmm. Every single line was a punchline. It was a metaphor. It was a simile. It was something that was just, it gave you that, oh shit, that wow factor. Yeah. So I decided to be creative here with this radio shit and dissect people's projects and give you the time increments of where you can find their hottest and best punchline. Just so niggas can actually say, one, that I really does this shit when it comes to this radio shit. And two, just so niggas can say, I'm not just jocking these niggas because they're on my show. I can actually tell you why I fucks with their music. And you can see for yourself when you listen to this part and when you hear the music yourself. Yes, so, without further ado, I'm going to click to my shit.
Yes, real quick before you start, I don't mean to cut you off. I know I'm talking about.
Talk your shit, beloved.
Yes, this is the exact reason why I came here. Because I seen the first one when you did it with hooks, and then I seen when you did it with hooks again, and I was like, "Yo, this is nice. I like this."
I tried.
And then so I hit you up, boom, and then I've been putting you on. I've been talking about you to a lot of niggas that rap. Like yesterday we was at the show. Brian Daniel. Dope dude, man. I don't know if you ever heard his music. Brian Daniels. I am Brian Daniels on I just put him in my story.
You know what? I think he's following me on Dark Side Radio's IG now.
He followed you yesterday because I told him to follow you.
All right, now it's coming together. Okay.
But he's an amazing dope artist from upstate New York. He's a white dude. But like,
that's all right.
No. But listen though, like if you
listen, man.
If you close your eyes, you got
Eminem, you got MGK out here. It's on the pop for the white people right now.
He got like that. Like he one of those.
Oh dudes. Man, he one of those Bobby Caldwell niggas that we thought was a nigga this whole time.
Yep.
And
like,
he just.
He got what's the shorty that ran the NAACP or the BET Awards, whatever. And then she fought that. That's his mom's. I'm telling you. Like, that's what's up. Yeah, nah, he's ill. But we all went to Hofstra together, me, him, and Hooks. But he's dope.
Okay.
Look out for him, though.
All right. Mm-hmm. That's funny. Can he be found somewhere in this video that I have of you, Enonomous Hofstra performance?
Nah.
I told you I does this.
He does this, OD. Yeah.
But, anywho, I'm going to pull this up. Let's get into it. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to have the camera and this shit.
What happened, Mr. Droid? You should have had a droid. Well, yeah, what happened?
Yo, fuck you. Nah, the fucking laptop was taking long. That's all.
I thought they had to stand. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, it's too much setup. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can.
There you go. Old school. Get gully with it.
Nah, that's cool.
There you go.
I got you.
See, when you with Big Fig, everything work out. You feel me?
Is that what you tell the girls?
Yeah. That's what I tell the
Oh, nah. What you tell the girls is like, yo, I'm from Queens. She's like, where? I like that.
Yo, shout out to Law Incredible. That's my brother, man. He was in that video too. Very
I know niggas was in
incognito.
that. Yeah, that's
Very
what's up.
incognito.
That's what's up. Nah, yeah, if y'all didn't see the Corona Kickback video, by all means, y'all definitely need to check that out. It was a very smooth, very chill, very homey type of vibe.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna get into it.
No bitches, it's just all day.
It's like 2 years. Sorry though.
When they say it's mad homie, that means there's no girls in the video.
No, I'm homie. Like, all right, it's one of those relaxing type of videos where you see everybody. It's like everybody's enjoying themselves. You're chilling. It's you and your team. Everybody's got drinks. They at the crib. You're chilling. Stuff like that. It doesn't have to be a group of niggas.
Yeah.
That's not what I mean. Anyway. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, Hip Hop Quotables, Big Figidy, the album that is out now on all available streaming platforms.
Yes, sir.
We're going to start in chronological order to make it easy for you guys. Welcome to Heaven, the first track. We're going to start off with 51 seconds in. I'm going to be the wave trying to splash like Shamu. Mm-hmm. Nigga.
Yeah.
If you don't know about the whale Shamu, then I'm sorry, I don't know what generation you're from, but it's not the good one.
Yeah.
Anywho, we're going to keep it moving.
Yeah.
At 1 minute and 18 seconds, they told us that we the water and the soap.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to grow, get green and agricult. The delivery and the way he said that, I was like, yo, that shit is hard. It was almost like a chant almost. When you said they told us that we the dirt and that water and the soap came in, I was like, ooh, that shit sounded good.
Hit your soul, right?
It really did. And then I liked how you said, I'm really trying to get green and agricult. The way you broke the word down to fit the rhyme scheme was very creative, because for all of you who don't know anything about a dictionary, it's not agriculture, it's agriculture. Mm-hmm. But to fit the rhyme scheme, he said agricult. I respect that. It's always creative, and it's always good to see people twist and bend words to their own will and not the other way around. So I applauded you for that.
Thank you.
Moving along, we got self-titled at 41 seconds. The way I run the track, you would swear it's in the sneaks.
Yeah.
This nigga got tracksuits on. This nigga got his Pumas. This nigga got his Adidas. His Adidas game is on point. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga got the Yeezy boosters. I see it. Oh, all right. So 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Pool of acid when I spit. Y'all welcome to take a dip.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga trying to kill niggas out here for real. Like I don't encourage that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Side Radio and WVMR does not endorse nor condone any dipping of any in any acid. So let's just get that clear.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Don't be on some shit like dying, looking like fucking Terminator and shit, going down in that shit. Like Blackout told me to do it. Nah, nigga, I ain't tell you to do shit. 1 minute 46 seconds. We ain't hating. They just Caitlin's inside. We know they bitch.
I was just about to say that line.
That was my shit. Yo, it was one of those minutes. It was one of those moments where I wish I was on the ones and twos, because I would immediately be like, nah, we gotta bring that shit back.
Yeah.
I fucks with it.
It's crazy. Real quick about that line. That's a triple entendre. Because if you bring in the line before, I said TYB King means take your bitch king. TYB King, you nanny, you keep the wait. TYB King, you nanny. Oh no, I said that after that line. My fault. I'm sorry. Because but inside, you know her bitch. Like we know you a bitch inside, but like you know what I'm saying, like that nigga, and we know your bitch inside. Like that. Yeah.
Like I said, man, it's layers to this shit.
Yeah.
I fucks with it. Sometimes even I don't catch all of it, but I do my best. So I appreciate that.
I love talking about myself.
Hey, nigga, Big Figidy, I would assume so.
Oh, yeah.
It's 3 minutes and 8 seconds. She creeps no TLC.
Yeah.
You don't know about the song, and so I creep. Yeah, just creeping on the download. I don't know where the fuck you from, nigga. You need to go get your fucking need to get your game up. 3 minutes 17 seconds. You eunuchs, fuck is your purpose?
Yeah.
I feel like that went over a lot of people's heads, because I don't think people understand what a eunuchs really is. Eunuchs is when people get their shit cut the fuck off or chop the fuck out. You cannot fuck. So when he says you eunuchs, fuck is your purpose, he's literally saying you're eunuchs. Fuck is your purpose. You're supposed to fuck, but you don't have a purpose anymore. Yeah,
and the ad-lib, I go, no dick ass nigga. Like,
yeah, that's the phone even was dropped dead. Like, nigga, I'm done. Fuck out of here.
I'm a wild card, I'm telling you.
I see that. Let me make sure I move up a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 minutes, 22 seconds, really right after it, you would probably break a nail in the moment you scratch the surface.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. No manicures for these niggas out here. I fucks with it. Now, track 3 we're going into Corona Kickback at 1 minute and 22 seconds. Plus a bit anxious to blow like an impatient hoe.
Yeah.
Woof. I've seen some impatient hoes in my days. And that's a very spot on punchline right there.
Whose only life goal is to perform fellatio.
Yeah. Life goals. Hashtag. Facts.
He's waiting to blow. Like,
She's just in line, nigga. Like, God damn it, nigga. I've been trying to blow all goddamn day. Fucking MPA. Anyway, 1 minute and 47 seconds. Al Snow flow is the reason I'm ahead of y'all. Straight dog and pussy have it looking like a reservoir.
yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, hold on, that was a lie. Let me go back. Because back in the day, I was very much so on my wrestling shit. Shout outs to Mainstream, shout outs to Special T, shout outs to KDK, who really be on their wrestling shit. I can't really deal with it right now at this day and age. Once my favorites, Austin and Rock, left, it was over for me. It was slow. Triple H, DX, once all that shit ended, it was slow for me. Undertaker, Brothers of Destruction, all that. It's done. I don't care no more. But at that time, I was hard into the shit. So Al Snow, those of you guys who don't know, Al Snow is a wrestler. Back in the days, he used to come out with a fucking mannequin head. I don't know why, but that was just his style. So when he says Al Flow Snow, the reason I'm ahead of y'all, I'm ahead, like Al Snow ahead.
He comes with the head.
Yeah. And dog and pussy make it look like a reservoir, nigga. That's just self-explanatory, but it just sounds fucking fresh. That's why I had to put it. So, track 4 is ROW, which stands for Respect Our Women. Now, at 27 seconds, bend you over, black, make you cheese. That's a Kodak. Am I saying that correct?
Correct. Yes. You are.
This nigga here. I don't know what type of shit this nigga was on, but I'm glad I wasn't in the room for that inspiration. We're gonna move along now. 1 minute, 21 seconds.
I was watching High School DxD.
Oh, really? No. I was about to say. Nigga, you know it's my shit.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. Okay, I see this nigga has been watching. He's on his shit. By far my favorite anime of all time. Not just because you just see a bunch of cartoon titties, but it's a really good ass fucking storyline. Y'all need to check it out. Definitely. Shouts to my nigga Issei Hiyoto.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Boob Dragon or the Red Dragon Emperor.
Yeah, he has the sacred gear, aka the boost gear. That nigga is a beast for real. Yeah. Anywho, so at 1 minute 21 seconds, yes, baby, sir. I just want to give you the business, the LLC, and the Disney.
Yeah, the Disney, like.
I see what you did there. Okay, all right, because I was about to say like the Disney just came out of nowhere, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna go along with it.
Because Chicago niggas, that's what they say. They say, "Girl, I'm gonna give you the Disney." So like, yeah.
See, I don't fuck with a lot of Chicago niggas, but that's a learning experience.
I be doing my research. I be trying to be worldly, baby.
I see that. All right, this nigga was like, "What's G Herbo doing?" I bet. I see you. I see you 5. I raise you 10, nigga. Hold on. But it goes on. So he says at 1 minute 21 seconds, baby, I just want to give you the business LLC and the Disney body on gourmet and that pussy so exquisite. You make me want to eat and do the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, niggas turning niggas as Cinderella out this bitch. Like, nigga doing chores for the pussy.
That's that good pooms, nigga.
Listen, man, it be like that. It happens. Fuck around.
If I pick up a rag and don't wipe my sweat with it, nigga, that's love. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
just want to bask in it.
Yo, shout out to everybody watching my live real quick. I see y'all.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who's on Enonomous is live, WVMR is live, of course, and everybody who's rocking with me on my personal live. Was good to everybody. I'm gonna try to do my shout outs and everything when we come back from the first song, because I know there's a lot of people watching. So far, I can see off the back. My nigga Live Johnson, as usual, is watching. Shout out to him. Make sure you pick up that Living Legend if you haven't already. If you haven't, you're kind of an asshole. But if you're new to him, pick it up now, because I'm just telling you about it.
There you go.
But moving on, the last one for ROW, 1 minute 48 seconds. Just know it took Simone to tame a meerkat.
Yeah, it took Simone to tame that meerkat. Yeah.
I respect it. These are Lion King bars. If you didn't watch the movie, that's by far, I don't know what you're doing, because I'm sorry, that's a soft place. Top 5 movies of all time in my heart. It's a soft place for that. I think it's by far, one of the best Disney movies that they ever came out with.
Yeah,
If you haven't seen Lion King, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. See the first one. I don't know about the second and the third and Lion King 1.5 and all that other bullshit. But the first one was classic. Catch it, and then you'll see what he's talking about. Timon was one of the main characters, Simba's friends, and Timon, was a meerkat. So you see the wordplay and where he's going with it.
Yeah.
Now, track 5.
Wait, real quick, my fault. Since
Well, what's up? Talk your shit.
You like Lion King bars, right? So, and Before I Die, and at the end of Click, I had a line.
Oh, I already know what you're getting to. Before you even say it, I listened to it. You was saying, I'm a foster to these niggas.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. Then you leave these niggas with a scar.
Yeah, I said Mufasa to these Simbas. They shadow me and I leave them scarred.
This
See,
nigga
Shadow, that was Scar's son.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
let's talk about it. All right.
Go ahead, my fault. Yeah.
No, you're good. Nah, listen, man.
I'm excited.
The clarity, I fucks with it. Project X is the next track. 22 seconds in. Outfit 3 stacks, so fresh, so clean.
Yeah.
You guys don't know, one of the aliases for Andre 3000 is 3 stacks. So when he says outfit 3 stacks, so fresh, so clean, he's talking about Andre 3000. And of course, one of their top singles was So Fresh and So Clean. You didn't hear it, I encourage you to listen to it. It's a very smooth, very jazzy ass song, just so you can get the full reference of when he says it in the track. 28 seconds. You talking about kings, then you talking about queens.
Yeah.
I have to use that line because not only is it because this nigga's from Queens, but y'all know Dark Side, we outside. Y'all know I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Oh, word?
Oh yeah, nigga.
What's good?
Nigga, I'm right here, American Linden, nigga. What's good? Talk to me, nigga. Flusher
Yo.
High School, class of 06, nigga. I'm everywhere.
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm out here. So when you say Corona, nigga, I was like, I know exactly where you are, nigga.
Yeah, I went to law enforcement right there for Baisley and God Brewer.
Oh, you went there?
Across from 40P. Yeah. Not 40P, Baisley Project.
Yeah. I know exactly. Yeah. Okay.
I was in the trenches, B, right?
Yeah, nigga, that's definitely fucking trenches right there.
Yeah.
That's why they got that fucking police post, because they know shit goes down. Nigga, that shit don't ever leave.
Everywhere, 4 hoods come to that one spot. That's just
that's a fact.
Yeah, and I worked at the PAL next door. I was wilding.
Oh, nah, nigga. Yeah, he was doing a whole lot. So, 36 seconds. Girls half naked like they about to change.
Yeah.
All right. I see this nigga has been to a few malls in his lifetime. That shit, this nigga's lifestyle is different from ours, apparently.
I used to sell clothes, you know what I mean? The models had to change.
This nigga was fucking baby boy out this motherfucker.
Yeah.
This nigga walking up at hairdressers. Hey, listen, let me sell my dresses in this motherfucker. Bitches is getting their perms like, hey, listen, you gonna look good in this sundress. I'm telling you. That's what's up.
Big figgy fit, baby. That's how I tell you.
All right, moving along. We got Trust and Lies at track 6. 44 seconds in. You the Gina to my Martin. I'm telling you to step. Now, we had personal conversations when I DM'd you. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I just heard a bar. This is that bar.
That was that bar?
Yeah, this is that bar. This is why I have such, I guess you can definitely say, animosity towards the music industry and the rap game right now, because like you said, everything is so accelerated these days. People want to hear the next joint even when the next joint is already out. I feel like because of that, there's a huge difference between hearing something and listening to something.
Yes.
First couple of tracks, the first time I heard I heard your project, is exactly that. I heard it. Yeah. There's a difference between hearing it and listening to it. So I heard it and I was like, all right, it's cool. I like it. He's flowing. Cool. But it was that line. I was like, nah, I'm listening now. I gotta listen. I gotta go back because I know I missed some shit. Because sometimes lines will jump out at you to the point where you can't ignore them. Yeah. And me being the historian that I am when it comes to 70s, 80s, and 90s and 2000s pop culture, you can't ignore some shit. So when he says, you the Gina to my Martin, I'm telling you to step. If you haven't seen the show Martin, which is by far one of the best African-American comedy sitcoms that ever was.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Hilarious. It gave you a really good perspective of what African American love really looks like, the trials, the tribulations, the good times and the bad times. Definitely check that out. And just so you can once again catch the punchlines. 1 minute 45 seconds. Ho, you a trip, shorty, yellow bus shit. I mean, I should have seen the signs. You keep the helmets at the crib.
Yeah.
The wordplay was just so dope. If y'all don't know, the special kids have the little short yellow bus, and sometimes they might have helmets depending on their mental deficiency or whatever their case or whatever the case may be.
And
so
helmets is slang for condoms.
True too. So like I said, there's layers to this shit. Like I'm
I
telling you.
see the sign. She kept the condoms at the crib.
Nigga, listen. Hey, listen. And she's one of the respectable hoes, because there's a lot of hoes I know that just be raw shit. It's just no type of helmets. Like fucking rugby out in this bitch. Anyway.
Oh, nah.
I know where he's gonna go with it. If you go save that for after. Track 7. Time Machine. At 1 minute and 9 seconds, almost was a father. Does the fetus life count?
Yeah.
Love that bar because I feel like it went over a lot of people's heads. So the word "defeatus" is like I am defeated. It's one of the contexts is like defeat, defeated, defeats, defeat is ist, and also does the fetus like DAFETUS like the fetus life count when he's talking about being a father, fetus meaning baby. So that was a dope line. But one of the special, I think,
you're intelligent. I'm not gonna
listen,
lie.
man. I does this. I really make sure that it's very questionable. I think everybody has everybody I feel should have the confidence when they get to the mic that they're the best rapper that ever did it.
Yeah,
if you don't have that confidence, then there's no reason why you should even approach the mic.
Yeah, should be a backup dancer.
To be realistic, my radio career and my music career, my radio career is a little bit bigger than my music career. So I'm gonna go off on that. I'm gonna make sure that there's not a nigga out there,
yes, sir,
ladies included, that can touch me when it comes to giving people interviews.
Yes,
I want to
sir.
make sure that when niggas go on to when Enonomous goes on and win his Grammy, he's backstage talking to Sway or whoever. He's like, "Yo, so who gave you the best interview?" And Sway's looking for him. For Enonomous to say Sway, but he's like, nah, my nigga Blackout when he was on WVMR, which stands for We Violate Mainstream Radio.
Oh.
When he gave me that interview talking about the Big Figidy project, that was the best interview. And Sway's over there looking like, so you ain't got no love for me? Like, nah, nigga, Blackout does this. Go look at his resume. So that's why I do what I do.
Look at that nigga resume.
To even push that and make sure that y'all niggas know I'm not playing.
Yeah.
I have to give y'all context with the next punchline, and I think this was probably the best one out of all of them, just because of the background to it. And I think I know exactly. I think I'm able to articulate it. Tell me if I'm wrong.
All right, go ahead.
1 minute 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Is this the type of? Is this the type of? Why the fuck is my auto type off?
Oh, what did it say?
Is this the type of deference?
This is deference.
Yeah, deference. Is this the type of deference Langston Hughes was talking about?
Yeah, deference.
Make sure, because I swear to God, this fucking notepad be on this bullshit.
Nah, it's okay. Listen, when
no,
like,
I got you.
It's funny. When I was writing it down, nigga, my phone was giving me mad different words too. So it's not just your shit. It's just that word is very intricate.
Yeah, that ass. So to now give you guys a backstory to where that line actually has so much meaning. Is this the type of deference Langston Hughes was talking about? Langston Hughes, aka, well, his real name, James Mercer Langston Hughes, his full name. He was an American poet, social activist, novelist, playwright, and columnist. He has a poem called A Dream Deferred, which I actually have for you guys right now so that you guys can get context of what he's talking about. It's a very short but very quick and very pivotal poem. If you guys have the time, I encourage you guys to check out Langston Hughes and all of his and everything he's done. So, a dream deferred. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode? Am I wrong? Is that where you got that from?
Yes, sir.
Listen,
yes,
man,
sir.
I try.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I had a feeling. Shout out to all my English teachers because they was definitely putting the nigga on game.
Shit, AP English my whole life.
Yeah, nah, I didn't want to do AP English. That's too much work. I was smart enough for it, but smart enough to know I didn't want to do that work. Yeah. Not when I could holler at bitches and write rhymes, nigga. That shit was not happening.
I'm about to tell you what I did.
What's up?
I just had him do my work for me. Yeah.
See? Big Figidy. This nigga be on it. I fucks with it. I respect it. Same track. Yeah, same track. We're still talking about Time Machine, track 7. 2 minutes and 9 seconds. They say the future's just a day away. The hardest part about that is getting through today.
Yeah.
Nigga, that shit, if you hear it and you hear the beat, that shit will hit you and give you shivers. Cause it's just like, yo, that is some real shit. Like that shit hits you. It's just like, you know what? It's not even a punchline. It's just one of those things that just resonates with you because it is hard getting through today. And it's hard to envision a future, especially when your day is so shitty. Sometimes we all have our shitty days. So I think that was a very special bar that stood out.
Thank you.
Moving on, right after that, so I'll just finish the whole thing. It says, they say the future's just a day away. The hardest part about that is getting through today. Building the bigger picture solely depends on the bricks you lay.
Yeah.
Building bricks, nigga, like, come on, son. Y'all see it. 2 minutes, 53 seconds. Don't fall for flukes. This is not something to fiddle with.
Yeah.
Musical bars. If you don't know what a fiddle is, you don't know what a fluke is, then you kind of fluked out. You flucked up. Anywho, track 8, Tough Love. 41 seconds. Stop putting up front so you can see what's in store. Store, front, putting up a front, store. Nigga, listen, he got it. 50 seconds. My peers sit up straight. I make them strengthen their core.
Yeah.
Nigga, you sitting up straight, your core is gonna be strengthened because your body is in natural alignment. Nigga, like I'm telling you, like I don't just be jacking these guys just because they on the show. These niggas really be having bars. And if you don't think they bars, that's your opinion, but I feel different. Track 9. Watch how you flex. At 37 seconds, river flow just like Poseidon.
Yeah.
If you don't know your Greek mythology, then you're gonna miss it. Poseidon happens to be the demigod.
Oh, that was a ball. She heard that ball.
Oh yeah, no, she's Greek, so that's why she had to. That's one of her great uncles.
You stupid.
What happened? Oh, that's a Triton.
You stupid. You stupid.
Yo, Poseidon with the Triton.
Yo, listen, nigga, yo, we does this. I'm telling you. But yeah, like it's one of those Greek mythology bars that you might have missed. Poseidon happens to be the demigod of water. So when river flow, Poseidon, water, y'all get it now. The last track, Condescending, which happens to be the first track because this nigga's weird like that.
Yeah.
28 seconds. Wish a nigga would. What they do make me a crucifix.
Yeah.
Now, I like the wordplay because I wish a nigga would. In this context, you would use the would, W-O-U-L-D, because I would like to slap a nigga if they look at me wrong. But in this context, wish a nigga would. What they do make me a crucifix. If you know about like Salem witch hunts, if you know about anything that happens to do with Christianity and anything with religion, when you talk about crucifixes, in the old times, they would make them out of wood. So when you say I wish a nigga would, it's actually the W-O-O-D instead of the W-O-U-L-D in this context. So I was fucking with that. I definitely caught that immediately. 1 minute exactly. Every time I'm in the booth, the stool look like a funeral.
Yeah.
Nigga catching bodies in this bitch. That's what I'm talking about. None of this soft shit, okay? None of this Drake shit in Marvin's room talking about, is you drunk right now? I'm just saying. Shout out to the man, but sometimes he gets too emotional for me. Anywho, 1 minute, 16 seconds, and we stay busting like we stormtroops.
Yeah.
Nigga, listen, man. Fucking Star Wars bars, nigga. I be all the way with it. I don't know about the new ones, but the old Star Wars, nigga, I'm all the way here for it. So, moving on, 1 minute, 21 seconds, and I'm trying to blow just like the sky blue. Once again, the wordplay you have to pay attention to. If you fail English class, then nigga, this is not the nigga for you. Go to your little baby, your little whoever, all these niggas who have a little and a young in front of their name. You need to go to them niggas. So when he says, I'm trying to blow just like the sky blue, he's saying it in the past tense, like the sky blue already, like B-L-E-W. Yep. But if you also know your colors and you can look at the sky is blue, like B-L-U-E. So it's a play on words, which I fucking love.
Yes, sir.
2 minutes and 3 seconds. My shit stays stuck in your head. This is gum in your hair, nigga. Like, that shit is funny. That shit is easy to get. I fucks with it. It's simple. Like, you don't even gotta break it down. That shit's dope. So the last one I have is at 2 minutes and 17 seconds, probably known for bad behavior, your lady's labia, the suicidal super saiyan insanity savior. Nigga, I haven't heard tongue twisters in a long fucking time.
Yes.
But I'm so happy to hear it because it's not easy to do. It's not exactly too celebrated, and part of it is because, like I said, it's not easy to do. Only a few people have successfully been able to really make tongue twisters a thing and make it natural, not like they're struggling with it. Because I've seen a few niggas try it, nah, just like Charlemagne, it's not it, son, it's not it. Shout outs to your twisters. Shout out to, of course, the legendary Big Pun. Shout outs to, you could say, Tech 9. A lot of the fast spitting rappers, Bone Thugs and Harmony, they were very equipped and very good at using tongue twisters. If you don't know any of these artists, or you remember these artists and you want to take a little trip down memory lane, I encourage you to do so, because that's a very lost art. Not everybody can do it. Not everybody talks about it. So when I heard this shit, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, nigga, hold on. Had to run that shit back like 8 times so I could type it properly. But that shit was dope. So at this time at 9:32, that concludes this episode's hip hop quotables.
I like that. I'm really
I got you. I set it up so I told you all the hip hop quotables, and now we're gonna actually go into the song so you can actually hear them for yourself now.
Ooh.
Now, as I said earlier, we're gonna have Mainstream put it on shuffle, and he's gonna pick whatever the fuck he likes or whatever he thinks sounds dope, and we're gonna discuss it and talk about it later.
Ooh.
And if you guys are still fucking with us and you're still on either one of our lives, hit us up and call us 646-867-7220. So you can tell us if you was fucking with it or you wasn't. But we know you a hater because we know you was fucking with it. So, Mainstream, by all means, nigga, drop that heat.
This is the way
Your favorite song too. This Mainstream favorite shit. He always play this shit.
This that shit for the streets. Big Fig. DJ JL. We rockin', let's go. Who the fuck want it? I smack any nigga talking. I'm the realest nigga walking, sending rappers to their coffins. I could really switch the flow. I could really make it saucy, making bitches hit the flow. I ain't had to hit the cars, but y'all be really killing rappers, man. I really do got bodies. I really be in ciphers, niggas really do get bodied. Niggas really do be writing. I ain't got no pimp beside me. River flow just like beside it. Rappers talking, they be hiding. They be hiding, but I don't. Can't stop me when I go. Why bring a weapon with me when I kill them with the flow? What you think you gonna do? Who you think you messing with? Who the fuck you think you talking to? The fucking question, bitch. Niggas all around, wanna war with but when I come around, they just run from me. They got women in my head, wanting company. But I'm not making moves if they don't pay me. Better watch how you flex. Watch how you flex. Better watch how you flex. Watch how you flex. Better watch how you flex. Watch how you flex. Better watch how you flex. Watch how you flex. Bitch, I ain't the man who need to tell me who I am. Big Fig. I know you're sitting pretty. I'm the one that made you stay. I know you're looking at me, and I know that you are with it. Well, I hope you know the saying. If you want it, you can get it.
Me?
Duh. Who else would it be? Call me Big Figure or Big Figure. Had you hanging off the edge, bitch. There ain't no need for seats. I rep AM and 2G. Watch the company you keep. Who accompanies me? On the companies you see. Only find it when you seek. No need to gander all the geese. If you know what make you happy, then you know who you should be. Tell your haters S&D and leave their carcass in the streets. Cause niggas all around wanna war with but when I come around, they just run from me. They got women in my head wanting company. But I'm not making moves if they don't pay me. Better watch how you flex. Yo, Fig, we finna take them back. 04 to 2018, I mean. Let's show them how we rockin', bro. DJ J, I'm here, let's go. Making ends meet day to day like they never met. Do our hustle hustle, yes. Check the check. Cannot interject, they toss the bag, I intercept, incinerator with the flow. I scorch them shoes, got dragon breath. Watch them burn the competition. They don't want it now with me. The way I run the track, you would swear it's in the sneaks. You can hear that I'm a beast. They feel me in the streets. I'm on a steady rise and I swear don't decrease. Can't say that they be hating, they just waiting for the tape to drop. Finally it's here, no fear. She shake the spear to get the drop. Met no one who told me stop. Even signs at the end of blocks. I've been the best around the clock. It's only right they finna watch. And it's okay if you don't know me. I'ma still tell you niggas I'm on. And I don't care if they don't play me. I'ma still tell those niggas I'm on. And they ain't even buy one CD, but I'ma still tell these niggas I'm on.
What you tell them?
We 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 on. I mean, I guess I'm trying to get to Budapest, perform my fucking heart out and have Khaled tell me you the best. It's missing pessimistic best set aside. Similar to cyanide, or cutting your brakes before you ride. Killing rappers and MCs, even though they don't exist. We ain't hating, they just caplins. Inside, you know they bitch. TYB King, you nanny, you keep the kid. She said I got the sauce before she got it on her rip. You could never fuck with me, no, it's not a diss. I'm just telling you like it is. If I'm there, then that's my crib. And I'll be damned if I'm ever disrespected in this bitch. Pool of acid when I spit, and you're welcome to take a dip. Shit, I'm talking like I'm known, and I know you don't know my shit. I'm just telling niggas I'm on, and this is one of my hits. Say it. And it's okay if you don't know me. I'ma still tell you niggas I'm on. And I don't care if they don't play me. I'ma still tell those niggas I'm on. And they ain't even buy one CD, but I'ma still tell these niggas I'm on.
What you tell them?
We 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 on.
What you tell them?
Do you even know what I do to songs? Take guitars just to string along. Take your fans, make them sing along. Take your bitches to take her home. How can you not notice that man that stands like the POTUS? Flow so hocus pocus, hoes get posted and notice. Deliver dope dick to the throat edge holders. Antidote and doses, no seckies drinker. The show is showing off opponents. Hopeless, hoping, wishing for relief. Oh great, bury a reef. They laugh, dead in the street. She creeps, no TLC. Still getting those walls furnished. I'm fine, find me a furnace. Not working, your work is worthless. No booth, be therapeutic. You unique, fuck is your purpose. God made being, I'm being the best for certain. You would probably break a nail the moment you scratch the surface. You never fuck with me, ever.
Man, niggas join.
We back.
And we
Black
back,
Out the Rebel,
and we
Dark
back.
Side Radio. I'm with the nigga Enonomous, aka Big Figidy.
What up? Yeah.
You just heard what did we just hear? We heard
Subtitled. And then we
and
heard Watch How You Flex.
Watch How You Flex.
Yeah, I performed Watch How You Flex if y'all was watching it right there on the WBMR situation.
That's a fact. You
Yeah.
probably wasn't able to hear him because we mute the audio, but you definitely saw this nigga going in. That's
Yeah, I was just like, so I was just entertaining. That's what I am.
yeah, you was on your mom shit. That's all right. It's cool.
I didn't know. I thought they
Nah, they can't. Not at all. Right? I mean, you was going along with the beat. So it's like basically all you did was you was performing like every other artist out here.
Yeah.
Shots fired. I'm sorry, nigga. Any nigga that's still rapping over your vocals, I don't got no respect for you, nigga. You gotta get your shit together. Nigga, if anybody should know your lyrics, nigga, it's you. Unless you on your Ghostwriter shit. I don't believe in ghosts. I'm sorry. I'm Eminem out.
And in condescending, I said, what I say?
I peeped that line too. I peeped that ghost line.
I said, petrified of poltergeist, never need a ghost to write.
Nigga.
Dog and all these rappers ain't I the one that's supposed to bite?
Listen, man, I'm telling you, bars for days. But it's also good, chill ass music. And I feel like a lot of times, more so with the younger crowd, because when you're, and I was there at that age before too. Sometimes when it comes to the youth, not all, some, if it doesn't have a certain bounce to it, they're automatically not with it. They're trying to turn up, and they're at their age. I get it. You're energetic. Your hormones is going crazy. You want to fuck everything that's moving, and all this other shit. You're starting to think boys is cute, all that other shit. But just because some shit is gonna have lyrics, it doesn't mean that it's not gonna make you bounce just the same. I feel like that's the misconception. Like a lot of this new shit that's out, it has no bars whatsoever, but the shit is turned beyond belief. If you're able to encompass both, I feel like more power to you. You got it. You can do that. But I feel like once again, the misconception is that just because you're not compromising bars for vibe and feel, you can have that. Like that exists. But I feel like a lot of times they just don't want to do the research.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Or you just don't want to be one of those kids to be, singled out. Everybody else is bopping in Little Uzi Vert. Yeah. And you the only one like, yo, this new Enonomous nigga, this nigga's dope. Yeah. And niggas looking at you like, who the fuck is you talking about? I understand that, but in my generation, it was nothing better than being ahead of the curve. Mm-hmm. Like I remember being that nigga for introducing the new music to your whole crew. Like, nigga, you don't know about this new MGK? Obviously, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is all y'all new niggas who's getting in on this beef. Y'all niggas is late. I'm sorry. I was fucking with this nigga with the Lace Up mixtape before the album came out in 2012. So I have legitimacy to talk about this beef. But not even to use him as an example, but when Big Sean, before he came out, the Big Sean series mixtapes, the Finally Famous mixtapes, Wale when he had the No Days Off mixtapes, Sai had the Prince way before he came out last year with his No Dope on Sundays. When he came out
BT Cyphers and shit.
BT Cyphers, the fucking NAACP mixtape.
That mixtape,
the Kickback. So when you introduce that shit, you that nigga because it's like, yo. And then once you see the nigga blow up, you're just like, yeah, nigga, I was fucking with that nigga from day one. I feel like that's something missing again in hip hop, and you'll probably see a blog about it on Voices Music because I like to take shots at some of you niggas, or just like to keep you niggas woke. Yeah. Anywho, so we're getting back to Big Figidy.
Yes, sir.
Now, it took a long time between Before I Die and Big Figidy, even though some of that project, some of the writing for this project was done around that same time. Mm-hmm. Have you started writing on the next project, or do you know what that is going to entail? Bigger, it's gonna be like Bigger Figidy.
The biggest Figidy.
Even bigger than before, nigga.
Even Bigger Figidy is coming out tomorrow. Nah, honestly, it's funny. That's why I'm sitting here. Like, I was debating the whole time. And I was like, because I do got stuff. I got a next situation coming out. The next things I'm doing is just straight singles, and I'm providing music in different mediums. You feel me? And I don't want to I want to talk about it because I'm mad excited because it's dope. But like,
it's not the time.
It's not the time yet because the Corona Kickback video just came out, and you know what I'm saying. Big Figidy is out right now, we gonna. But I do got some stuff. I wanted to play an exclusive. That's what I want, like an exclusive freestyle. I wanted to play, but I'm not.
Oh, fuck you, nigga! You can't tease niggas like that. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I know. Not yeah. Yo, it's funny though because I said I'm gonna release it later. We can schedule something later, but at the time I'm releasing it is the time I'm gonna be there on Monday Night Raw. So I might have to. I'm messing with you. I just want that shit. You gonna look at your face?
I'm like, yo, I will fuck up this whole entire shit. All it takes is a few plugs to get pulled out, nigga.
Nah, I'm messing with you. I don't even have it ready for y'all right now.
Okay,
but I'm working. But there's a slew of different singles and stuff. I'm throwing out a slew of different videos. Because basically what I want to do is I want to create. Like I'm all about creating that vibe, that aura, that feel, and I want basically to create that vibe, that aura, that feel as my brand. And then in order to do that, I just want to throw out encapsulated moments and let you live with me. Like,
let's talk about it. That's what's up. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we definitely made sure that we touched on the music.
Yes, sir.
You, Enonomous, the artist.
Yes, sir.
But
we're going into anime because I really want to have an anime conversation with you.
Nigga, I was going to talk about how you have been acting and you did some things with AMG.
Oh, we can talk about that too. Yeah.
But nigga, if you want to talk about anime, we can talk about some anime, nigga. Let's go. Hold on, let me pull up my shit, nigga. What you got to talk about?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just finished reading. Cause I read One Piece. I read a whole bunch of shit, but I just finished reading chapter 917 of One Piece, man.
Damn, this nigga's this nigga's in the library heavy. So.
Yeah, Yo, so like that got me excited, man. I don't
Okay.
know, are you up to date? Because that's long.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I've
You
not
know?
even touched One Piece.
What you
I-
rock with?
What did I just finish? Honestly, I'm caught up on Attack on Titan.
Ooh,
I just saw the last episode. I'm looking at this shit like, all right, this shit is like the storyline is really building up now.
it's building. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you, I went to sleep, son, on season 2 of Attack on Titan, bro.
Really?
It's great. But here's the irony. I read those already. Season 2, I've already read
That's
the manga. But usually with the anime, it fills in what the manga couldn't show.
Yeah.
Exactly. But with Attack on Titan, for some reason, the manga got it spot on. Like
I don't know.
yeah, so I don't know. But Attack on Titan is dope though. What they up to at the end of this
The
arc?
last episode, mainstream. Are you caught up on Attack on Titan? God damn it! All right, I'm on.
Okay.
Okay, I think the last episode I saw was when they freed Eren and he's in the palace. Matter of fact, no. The niggas from the family, the Reese family,
Yeah.
that he drank the antidote and he turned into like the big
Ooh,
fucking
yep.
Titan that crawls and shit. This nigga
Yeah.
can't even stand in his, and he's going for the town. So now they're trying to figure out how they're supposed to stop this nigga, and they can't even get close to that nigga. He's so
They
hot.
ain't show the fight yet.
Nah, they didn't show the fight.
Oh.
Yeah, like that. I think that's the next episode.
It's okay. So I might have to get back into Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
that
nigga,
fight,
you gonna have to get back.
that fight is a really good fight.
Okay,
What else? Fairy Tail's back. I don't know if you.
nigga, yo,
Fairy
this
Tail.
is this is exactly why I say fuck Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if I mess with my endorsement deal that would have happened in the future with them or whatever. But it is what it is. I don't like Netflix because it takes way too long for niggas to get seasons, B.
yeah.
Especially when it comes to anime. Yo, me being like, I'm not gonna lie, like I would say I'm still kind of like intermediate when it comes to anime, because for the longest time I was under the impression that nothing's ever gonna be better than Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And then eventually I started to open my eyes to different things. I saw Blue Exorcist, I saw Death Note,
Yeah.
then I saw High School DxD. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, nah, fuck Dragon Ball Z. I can't do this. So I'm still catching on to certain things. So when I saw Fairy Tail, I was like, yo, this shit is dope. This shit is good storyline, a lot of action. There's only one season, or so I thought. Nigga, I got Showbox and Bob's HD on my phone, nigga. There's like 17 goddamn seasons, 24 episodes each. I'm just like, oh, nigga, I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But nigga, nah, I fucks with that shit.
And they came. Well, I say they come back. The anime didn't come back yet. The manga came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's funny, like the new arc, the new like series. I don't know what they're going to do with it yet. It's only about like 10 chapters in so far. But it's basically about because Gildart. I don't know how far you are, but you know Gildart's he's supposedly the strongest person in the guild. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
where you at? Okay, so
yeah, I'm good.
so Gildart's he went on a quest at one point. I don't know if you've seen the part where he dipped off and then he came back. When he came back, he had the long hair and everything. But anyway. I'm going along my fault. But anyway,
No,
he had
you're good. I'm just giving him the okay because I fucked with that track.
Okay,
Crocodile pimping, nigga.
So, but yeah, Gildarts, he came back. He failed that mission. So with that mission, he failed it. Like, but it was called the 100-year mission, meaning for 100 years that mission, the strongest people, magicians or whatever, been trying to do it and they couldn't do it. So like Natsu and like Gray and Ezra and Lucy, they teamed up. You know, they did their thing. But the thing is, they got to kill these 5 god dragons. Like that's the thing that like they ill and they crazy. And then they find out in this series that there's like 5 other different breeds of dragon slayers. Like there's certain dragon slayers that actually eat dragons, and that's how they got their power. Like yeah.
I
like,
didn't find that power out. How hungry was you, nigga? Like that's some homeless nigga shit. Like nigga, ain't nothing else to do. He said this fucking dragon takes, nigga.
Speaking of Fairy Tail, and it seems like you recently got into Fairy Tail, right? But like with like a year or so, right?
Yeah.
I got a Fairy Tail Naruto. Yeah, Fairy Tail Naruto Aladdin ball on a feature I had with Hooks Murdoch and X the God. Well, I think his new name is Zeno, but at the time he was X the God. And the song was called No Peace, right? The bar is I said what did I say? I said, when I stand on my own, they want to put a rug of Aladdin. Compared to these dragons, I'm not too. Ice like Haku. My haikus are pyro. Flow sort of like a light show.
I did hear that. I definitely. That was a video, right?
Yeah. Nah. I probably spent that verse 2 on a cipher, or like on this like at a show somewhere, and when they recorded it. Yeah.
That's where I see it because it was it was like shot in black and white. That's
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I see everything, nigga. I saw it. What else did I see? I saw the Gotham. This is Gotham video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, your DC shit. As you can see, I got flash on.
I see you out here.
But yeah, nah, all right. I fucks with that line.
I'm a hood nerd, son. I'm telling you. Like,
Listen, nigga, it's cool to be a nerd. Nerds is taking over. We
nah.
developing apps. We breaking down like fucking Marvel, DC, all that science fiction and all that shit is taking over. If you're not about that shit, then you're now the new nerd.
Yeah, that's a fact. Nah, I'm telling you, like, when I say I'm a hood nerd, like, nigga, you seen how I was pulling up with Chinese food in the Wendy's bag, nigga. Like,
That's some hood nigga shit. That has nothing to do with a nerd. I can't even explain that.
Man, that's the hood part. But the nerd part is I came here early.
Yeah, I had to tell him that. I was like, nigga, you got Caucasian in your family? Because this nigga came early, like, not on time, early. Like, the show starts at 8:30. This nigga was here at like 8:18. I was like, well, all right. It's my show. I have to be here. But this nigga was on time. I fucks with it.
Yes, sir. Man, the show must go on and it gotta go smooth, man. I'll be damned if the show gonna fuck up because of me.
That's a fact. Speaking of shows, we gotta talk about
AG and shit.
the
Delancey last night.
Yeah.
Boy, that was dope. I came in the top 3. I'm gonna say second place. That was it.
That's what's up. So it was a competition. What were the prizes?
Well, the only prize was they was gonna fly you out to
Oh, this is one of the fly me outs.
Yeah.
More bookings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
As soon as I hear fly me out, I already know who's behind it.
Yeah,
Okay.
my son Scotty Mo. He was there.
Scotty doesn't know.
My son Butter Cool one. Shout out to Butter Cool, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Butter one?
Yeah,
Okay, shout out to Butter.
Cool.
That's
Hell
what's
yeah,
up.
I'm glad you're doing better too, brother. Hell
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
glad he's out. He's doing well and everything. I'm not
Word.
gonna put his business out there, but I definitely hit him up and was like, "Yo, you need to talk. I'm here.
Word.
I wish you the best. Get
Listen,
better."
Exactly. But say it's not really pointing out his business because people can always do better, and I'm glad he's doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why he seen the promo because I got the promo gifts for Big Figidy, and then like he seen me yesterday. He goes, "Yo, you got a TV show coming out?" I said, nah. He goes, nah. So what was that give about? That was a video? I said, yeah. He goes, bro, I was dead about to like, cause like I could see you having like some shit. You just talking shit, like post it up on like a little couch or something. I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. Like, but yeah, but cool. That's my nigga. Yeah.
It's funny you say that because I've been hinting at this for a while, and I might do it. I'm thinking about it. I don't know how yet. It's not gonna be anytime soon, but I think it would be definitely dope if I did like a Joe Buttons based kind of podcast, and it's like a round table of
like
the Illuminati.
Like how you did pull up the first 2 episodes, or you talking about Joe Buttons podcast, like the one with him, the Rory and Mo.
Yeah, like the one, like the way he has it now. But I would probably affectionately call it Illuminati, featuring mainstream, you sir,
yes sir,
Hooks Murdoch, and my nigga Jin, because we happen to be very much in the realm, in the anime and DC, Marvel, comic books, sci-fi, all of that type of culture. So to see us actually critique and break down comic books and who's the best and who's beating who, I think that shit would be dope.
You would enjoy what I was just doing before I got here.
What was that?
Can I say smoking weed on here? But
nigga,
okay.
you know what show this is? Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, because I wasn't doing that, kids. I was doing that, but I was also on YouTube watching one of those. It was one of those videos where the guys they read out the comic book and the comic book stories. And
Comic Books Explained?
Yeah, Comic Books Explained. And he was doing the series of Spider-Man from the time he was born to the time he died, and all those comic books in between. That I was like an 25 hours shit.
Yeah.
I got like 2 hours in. Like
that's a lot. That's a fact.
It was cool though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Unfortunately, it's 9:55 now. So I'm gonna let Enonomous here give us his shout outs, give us quotes, something to leave us with, and of course where we can find you and your music.
Of course. Shit. That's a lot. That's pressure. I gotta leave you a quote to resonate with you for the rest of your life.
I mean, if you want to,
listen, if you never do anything, you did something. And now my name is.
If you're gonna do anything, you gotta do it big.
Exactly.
Not just big. Big Figidy.
I like that. Big Figidy is everywhere. All streaming platforms. It's like dope as fuck. You seen all the bars this nigga broke down. He broke them down, and there's more bars and there's flows too. He didn't do the flows justice because
I can't do what he do.
He didn't do it in his rap flow. I heard it. Like he got bars too, and he got flow. He fronting right now for the camera.
Listen,
but
man,
like I
just got my radio hat on.
yeah, I ain't
I'm at regular.
I ain't gonna hold it. But look, Look, the Corona kickback video is dope as shit. It'll make you feel like he said, it's a homie feel. Like you gonna watch it, you gonna feel like that's your friend succeeded. You gonna feel like you was dead. You gonna feel like that was your house. That you.
Facts. Shout out to J. La Soul. I saw his ass in the background.
J. La
I
Soul.
fucks with that nigga.
That's my nigga. Me, him, Hooks, Brian, Daniel. We all went to Hofstra together. We weren't necessarily all in the same circles, but we all went to the same school together.
I respect it. That's what's up.
Shout out to J. La Soul and fuck it. Shout out to Hooks Murdoch. That's my brother. You feel me, man? Get that Gauntlet series out, man. Y'all,
Definitely.
I know I got some shit coming. I'll let Zay. Look, if you ever talk to Zaya, just ask Zaya, yo, what the fuck does Enonomous got coming? Because like that, I got some shit coming that's crazy. But Hooks Murdoch got some shit that's coming sooner than y'all think, and he gonna fuck y'all heads up.
I'm sure
he gonna fuck y'all heads up. And shout out to the whole 2G family, man. Shout outs to Taha. Shout outs to Rich Ryan. Shout outs to AMG Josh. Come on, man. That's my brother, man. Yo, little quick tidbit, man. I remember before the AMG, we went to Hofstra together too. Like how we met, we had the same class together, and then we was the only 4 black people. It was him, his girlfriend, some random nigga, and I happened to walk in. Nigga Josh said, yo, we right here.
I fucks with it.
From then on, that was my man.
I respect it. That's how you listen. We gotta stick together, son.
Yeah.
Yo, that subliminals head nod, that nigga, that shit speaks volumes.
Yes, sir. That's the new golf course. You feel me, for business? Like,
most
affirmative action.
Okay. You guys already know who it is. You know me. Blackout the Rebel, darksideradio.nyc.com is the official website where you can see this episode as well as previous episodes. Darkside Radio bookings at gmail.com is the email if you guys want to get on the show. If you want to speak to me anything that's business related or get any of my services or talk about that. Darkside Radio is the Instagram, Darkside Radio is the SoundCloud, Darkside Radio is the YouTube, Darkside Radio is the Facebook. Yes, Train of Thought is on the website. Make sure you guys pick it up. Once again, check out Big Figidy, available everywhere. Check out Gauntlet. Check out The Adventures of. Check out Before I Die.
And Corona Kickback video. I didn't even give out my IG and shit. I'm so unprofessional.
Yeah. Talk your shit. Go ahead.
So Enonomous is spelled ENONOMOUS. You put that in. Fuck putting that in Instagram. Put that in Google, right? ENONOMOUS. I tell you, all my social media pops up, all my music pops up, and all my visuals pop up. Have fun. I'm intelligent. I'm funny, and I'm dope. I'm a real nigga. Fuck with me.
It gets no realer than that. Blackout the Rebel, Darkside Radio, Enonomous. I'm gonna see you motherfuckers next week. Yes, we out. Play us something good, man.
DJ J.O. Big Fig, Queens. Catch me riding on the cube too. It's the usual. Certain shit you ain't used to. Got a couple screws, not glue.